Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. Folks, it's our job to give you some interesting tidbits on world sports, entertainment, odd news, and whatever else we happen to be stumbling across during our journey, during our meal for your mind that we do here every week. To give you the latest on sports, entertainment, odd news, and everything in between. I'm Rich Liebig.
And I'm Michael Costanzo.
And we've got some topics prepared for you guys. But before we get into the nitty gritty, and there are some grittiness that is happening.
There's some grittiness
in some of the headlines. Mikey, how you doing? What's happening?
I'm doing pretty good. Recently, I had a chance to. I guess I'll talk about this. This past weekend, I went to the closure of my college.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was fun and interesting. But no, I have this weird thing.
Where you are now 0 for 3 with your education.
Woo!
Oh,
0 for 3. My elementary school, my high school, and my undergrad school all closed.
This cannot be made good. It's shameful. It's a shameful, shameful day.
If I have attended one of your institutions, it is likely to close because also my first corporate job moved from this area to all like 2.5 hours north of here. So I did not follow that job, but they shut down the office here. So yeah, I counted it up from all of my corporate jobs and schools. I am 4 for 7 closures.
Woo! Yeah, you just take them down.
And my grad school is also likely to, I don't want to spread false rumors, but like it's short for this world, I think. With some other other schools in the area gobbling up schools, I feel like it's not much longer.
You are literally just the Grim Reaper of
if I go to a place,
education.
It's getting shut down.
Yeah,
that's almost confirmed.
You are.
I'm
0 for 3 with education.
0 for 3 for education, and so far 1 for 4 for workplaces. That's not
They're
good.
all next. Here we go.
They're next.
Yep. Welcome to post capitalism. Here we go.
It's a fun time. But no, anyway, it was nice to catch up with everybody and go back to the campus and, walk around and kind of, remember all the good times and stuff. So that was fun. It was a weird thing to do. But it was still fun. It was a good time.
So wait, I thought, didn't Villanova buy Cabrini?
Yes. Yeah.
So
it's still going to be, from what I understand, they're going to keep the ground and the buildings and stuff like that. But obviously, I don't know what they're going to do with it. They probably have their own vision for it.
Yeah.
Villanova.
Yeah. Suburbs. I don't know.
So
Villanova's already in the suburbs. Villanova North?
They want to make, I guess, like satellite campuses close by. So I guess I could talk about it because it's closed, so I don't have to worry about anything.
Screw you.
So yeah, so
let it all out, Mike.
Villanova bought Cabrini. That was my undergrad school. I don't know if I've ever said that. I went there and I also taught there and tutored there professionally. I feel comfortable saying this now because now it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I was briefly an adjunct professor there. I've never said this on the podcast. So I got both sides of the school experience, like going there and then also working for the university. And it's such a weirdly different vibe working for a school that you attended because when you go there, it's all rainbow and sunshine and kittens and puppies and all that great stuff. It's like the best memories of your life. And then you go back to work there and you're like, oh man, this sucks. Like it is corporate America through and through, but with the academia mixed in. And don't get me wrong, I had a fantastic time going there and teaching there, but it definitely gave me a unique perspective where other people were like very upset. And I was upset too that it was closing, but I almost had I've been thinking about how to put this, not an ambivalence, but almost like a resignation about it. Like I saw what was happening years before it happened, kind of thing.
Yeah. You can see the writing on the wall.
Yeah. When you talk to the professors as a student, it's a different experience than when you talk to professors as another professor. And you hear all the stories about what the administration, more stories about what the administration is doing and not doing. So it was an interesting time. Thoroughly appreciated the opportunity to go back and meet with people, see the campus again and everything, because it's a very important place to me. But yeah, so another school bites the dust.
You are 0 for 3 on schools.
0 for 4. 0 for 4. My undergrad is not dead, or my grad school isn't dead yet, but it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, there's a lot of time left.
These small mainline schools here if people aren't from the area, the mainline, just outside of Philadelphia, like the Nova's just gobbling them all up.
Yeah, I mean, kind of makes sense.
Why not?
Yeah.
They'll just eventually own the entire stretch there, Route 30.
Yeah.
They'll do it.
Villanova Way, it should be, or something.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
They'll get it done.
Yeah.
Tuition's like $90,000.
Yeah. Yes. Thank
See,
you.
every friggin' time I watched him update for like an hour.
Can someone teach my computer to not update?
It just knows. It just knows. It clearly did not go to college.
Yeah, my computer did not go to college. Thank you, Windows Update, for whatever you just did.
Anyway, in less serious news, I also watched the Planet of the Apes reboot movies. I'm trying to pull it back in.
Thank you. Yes.
Those are fun. They're fun movies.
Yes.
You're
You're a big fan of them.
Yeah, I'd never watched the originals, but I enjoy the remakes. I feel for those apes. I want them to succeed. I want them to be happy and to find a home. And
You
humans
sound like a third grader right there.
Humans
I like them to be happy. I want them to win.
Look, like I said, it's been a while since I've worked in academia, all right? So the brain cells have only degraded since then. But no,
I like ape. I want them to win.
I like the monkeys. They are fun. No, they're good. They're good movies.
They
really,
throw things. I like.
There was a scene in the one movie where the monkey throws poop, where the ape throws poop
They throw poop.
to distract the guard.
Yeah, great.
I thought that was a good scene. But yeah, I'm looking
Top tier cinema.
top tier. I mean, when you're talking about best cinema of all time, it's like Godfather, Godfather Part 2, and then the scene where the monkey throws the poop.
Fantastic.
Top 3. Yeah, I want to go see the new one though. I'm actually really looking forward to it. So that's kind of what I was doing and what I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
What about you, Rich? What have you been up to?
Oh man,
Less monkey poop throwing?
Yeah, I can't contend with this. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna let it.
All right then.
Yeah, because the only thing I've really been doing actually is I'm starting my single playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm doing the Dark Urge playthrough,
Interesting. Okay.
and it's really cool. It gives you like a different take on the main story with the main character.
Okay. Yeah. No spoilers because
Yeah.
I am still in Act 2.
Yeah.
I will never finish that game. I
No.
don't know. Did you finish it in your co-op playthrough, or
No.
is that's just stalled?
Yeah. Yeah. Me and Rachel are both busy. It's crazy.
It's impossible to find time. You
Yeah.
can't just sit down and play it for like an hour. You need like
A night.
dedicated chunk.
Right. You need at
Yeah.
least 3 hours.
Oh yeah, easily.
Oh yeah.
Just an hour for doing the inventory management.
Right. Yeah. It takes. There's a
It
lot of
takes
process.
Forever.
But that's what we love about the game. Is like there's so many details in the game. It's real. They really did a good job with it.
I love it so much. I just wish that it were more manageable. But you're taking on a single player playthrough.
Yeah.
And what's that like? Do you find yourself like breezing through it because you've already played a lot of it co-op, or are you still giving it the same?
Well, that's kind of the thing. Is there are still elements that I'm not familiar with.
Okay.
Because I'm playing it as a different. I'm playing this one.
Are you
as-
finding new and different things in this playthrough that you're
Yeah.
like, damn, I wish I had?
Well, no. It's just there's different elements that I'm using because in this one I'm a paladin instead of a rogue.
Okay.
So
That's
if
pretty
you,
cool.
Yeah, if you wanted to try just life hack, a little video game hack, if you're interested in Baldur's Gate 3, if you're trying to find like the perfect complement, because you pick up certain characters to be in
Yeah.
your party. You pick up a
Right.
rogue. You pick up
There's a lot of
soldier. You
There's
pick
a lot
up-
of spellcasters.
Yeah, you pick up a
Yeah. A warlock.
warlock, magician.
Yeah.
If you're looking for someone that you don't have, one of the things is a paladin. Paladin,
Okay.
you don't really come across.
See, I wish I had known that.
So in this single playthrough, I'm playing as a paladin instead of a rogue, which I usually do.
Okay.
Because I kind of wanted more, like I wanted to have like a more.
You want to be able to take different characters with you.
Yeah.
So my big problem is that Jordan plays as a rogue, so we don't take anybody.
You don't take Asterion.
We don't take Asterion ever. And I'm a spellcaster as a bard.
So you don't take Gale.
I don't take Gale or Will, really, because
There you
both
go.
of those are spellcasters, and like spellcasters are not tanky. So we find ourselves stuck with Karlach, Lae'zel, or what's her name, Shadowheart.
Shadowheart, yeah.
Like it's those, and even though she's a spellcaster, she still has other utility abilities and stuff.
Yeah. So I'm playing this as a paladin, which
that's
is
cool. So you're
some
getting
different aspects.
You're getting a more well-rounded party
Yeah.
structure.
But there's also some different elements that happen with paladins.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Damn, I just don't have like 700 arrows.
Right.
Hours to do.
And arrows.
And arrows. You need arrows.
You need a lot of arrows. That's correct.
Yeah.
So
I don't have 700 hours or arrows to devote to Baldur's Gate 3.
no. And that's especially true when we're trying to keep up with the news.
Oh, man.
And there's been some weird news that have been happening that we're going to bring to you right now. So strap yourselves in. Let's get ready for the first batch of topics in the Sports Sampler.
So you're not good at sports. It's a very small part of life.
Sports.
In your face. Ha ha!
Yep, sports coming at you in your face. Let's talk about golf.
Oh, boy.
You know,
I'm actually excited to talk about it this time.
yes. And look, we had some great news. Xander Scheffler won. I can't call him Scheffler anymore. He now won a major. This was his first major victory. He also had the record in terms of the score in relation to par. He had the lowest score in relation to par in PGA Championship history.
Wow, that's super impressive.
Yes, an outstanding win by Xander Schauffele. He did it. Congratulations to him. That would be the headline, but I woke up Friday morning and Rachel comes to me and says, "Did you hear what happened at your golf tournament?" And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about? Are you talking about like a wacky shot happened? Are you talking about,
Something like that.
are you talking about, I don't know, just like the play or, a weird rule of golf?" And she said, "No, some golfer ran over a cop." And I was like, "What? What is this, a Mad Lib? No, this can't be true." And I go to ESPN, and right there on the top thing, breaking news, Scottie Scheffler, and not just any golfer, the world #1.
We just heaped praise on him
He literally
a week ago.
He literally just won the Masters.
We've been talking about him all golf season.
He gets involved in this crazy incident.
He ran over a cop, basically.
The best way I can describe this, and this is what I've been hearing from ESPN and PGA reporting, is that the morning of Friday, early in the morning on Friday, apparently there was a shuttle bus that hit a pedestrian. And unfortunately, that pedestrian died. Apparently, he passed away from his injuries, got hit. Yeah. So it is actually then at that rate, it is an active crime scene.
Right.
So the police are there trying to investigate what exactly happened. How did this pedestrian die? Exactly what happened? Is the driver at fault? Is the pedestrian at fault? They're doing all this investigation. And this is all happening apparently outside of Valhalla Golf Club, where the PGA Championship is being held. And Scottie Scheffler, the world #1, is driving, by the way, in a PGA Championship marked vehicle.
Oh my gosh.
They gave they kind of have like designated cars and designated shuttles
Right.
given to golfers.
The important guys, at least, I guess.
Yeah, the ones that are expected to contend. Yeah. So he's driving in an official PGA Championship marked car. And I don't know what exactly. This is where things get hazy. Scottie Scheffler claims there's a big misunderstanding. He claims he didn't understand what the cops were trying to tell him. But the cops say that they directed him to not drive further into the golf club. And Scottie Scheffler said he misunderstood, and he went forward There's an eyewitness that says he went up onto a median, which I can't believe. I don't like. What is this, Grand Theft Auto golf? I have no idea.
It's insane.
And then allegedly too, according to a cop eyewitness, another cop tried to stop Scheffler from driving and actually jumped onto the hood of his car. Like, what is this? Like the worst action movie ever. And eventually at that point, Scheffler then stopped the vehicle. But at that point, the cops were pissed off at him.
Well, yeah.
They unlocked the vehicle, threw him out of the vehicle, arrested him, and sent his ass packing to jail. And it is just crazy because this is the guy we've also been talking about that claims that he is just he claims that he's very calm during playing these major tournaments. He says that's been a major success for him winning. That's been him being calm this whole time.
That's been the major calling card is that he's unflappable.
That's what he claimed.
Yeah. I mean, what was it? The last one, the Masters. He was like, yeah, my wife is pregnant, so I'll just leave. I don't care. It's just the game. He's kind of just very, laid back about it. And now here he is running down cops. This is so bizarre because I don't buy his excuse that he didn't understand what the cops were saying. Because if you pull up and traffic is stopped, do you, at any point in your mind, you're like, I know, I'll use the other lane.
I'll use the median.
To just drive past all the stopped traffic because clearly, they don't matter, but I matter. So I'm just going to use the other lane and drive up. Like, in what world does that even cross your mind? Right?
I don't know. There is so many details that need to be ironed out. And I do agree. There needs to be a full investigation into this because we need to figure out what exactly happened.
How do you misinterpret?
What exactly is the misunderstanding or miscommunication that happened here?
Like, how bad do you have to misunderstand a cop to be like, oh, he wants me to drive through him? I don't know about you. I've never been like, oh, he wants me to, like, the hand signals are pretty clear. Like, stop. Come forward. What was the misunderstanding?
Is there any other cop on the scene?
We've both driven cars.
Yes.
We've both been stopped in traffic. And at any point, you're like, oh, I clearly should drive through the man holding the stop sign. I should clearly drive towards oncoming traffic to get around the traffic. Like, these are things that most normal drivers don't think. So what was going on in his head that made him think that this was acceptable?
Yeah. We need the full story behind this. And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get it anytime soon because there needs to be a full police investigation into this.
Well, this is serious stuff.
Yes.
It's a felony.
Well, I wanted to save that for the end. But
sorry.
Yeah, you totally just...
I jumped straight to it.
You stole the thunder out of me. So,
whoops.
The cops, they are not backing down from this. They are saying that he is 100% at fault. And they are throwing the book at him. He is charged with, let me do the lower ones first. Disregarding traffic signals, reckless driving, third-degree criminal mischief. But here's the big one, second-degree assault of a police officer. Folks.
That's big.
That's serious. That's a felony.
Yeah.
We can have all the laughs we want and all the chuckles and all the jokes and everything. But at the end of the day, the Kentucky police, the Louisville, Kentucky police are coming after him with a felony charge.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. The world #1 golfer is facing a felony. And we are, 2 days out of the PGA Championship now? We record Tuesday night.
Right.
They have not dropped the charges. There's not been like
They feel that they have, pretty solid ground to stand on.
Right. They have not done any sort of backtracking.
I haven't heard if there's any like body cam footage or any like recordings of the situation.
I have not seen any. No.
I mean, how does the cop end up injured? Right? Because they say that the cop was injured.
Yeah. They said
unless Scottie Scheffler drove through him.
They said that I vividly remember they said that his pants were destroyed.
Yeah. I mean,
his
granted,
poor pants.
I say injured, but it was like some bruises and swelling, not like broken bones or anything
and the
like
poor
that.
pants, they got destroyed.
And the pants, yes. He suffered pain, swelling, and abrasions to his uniform pants. So, not the worst injury, but still injured because of Scottie Scheffler's actions. So what did you do that caused a cop to be injured? It's typically, you shouldn't be injuring cops.
Yes. Here's the aftermath, though, and this is something that's crazy, too. So Scottie Scheffler was processed and taken to jail. There is a mugshot of Scottie Scheffler from Friday morning, which is ridiculous to
That's
think
absurd.
about.
The world #1 golfer currently.
Yes, has a mugshot. Boom. Taken Friday morning. I don't know if he prayed to the golf gods or something, but a storm moved into the area from 8 to 9 a.m. and actually caused a weather delay at the PGA Championship, which gave him enough time to get processed, pay his bond, get out of jail, get a chauffeured vehicle at that point.
Because they're not letting him drive anymore.
Right. Get him chauffeured from the Louisville jail to Valhalla Golf Club. And with I think 30 minutes before his delayed tee time, he was able to get on the course, hit a couple of range balls, and then boom, right to the first tee. And he actually completed his stint at the PGA Championship.
Unbelievable.
He finished 8th. This man, who has a felony charge hanging over him, actually contended for the win.
I went from
This guy cannot be stopped.
from Tuesday through Friday of last week. I went from admiring this guy's blasé attitude to being like, I hate this dude because he committed a felony, then still got to golf, and you said because he placed 8th, there's a prize for that.
Yeah.
He came out of this whole situation making a crazy amount of money.
Yeah, he won $500K.
Like, that's insane.
Yep.
If
He
I
finished-
hit a
he
cop,
finished
I
top
would still
10.
be in jail.
He finished top 10. That's a top 10 finish.
Unbelievable. I don't know. Do you think he beats this?
I have no idea. So
It's so weird. Like, what happens?
there needs to be a full-blown investigation, and there needs to be an actual official timeline of what exactly happened. According to Scheffler's camp, while Scheffler is playing in the PGA Championship, by the way, his lawyer is telling all these statements Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and they said he's filing not guilty. He's going to fight this.
I thought I saw something that he was going to countersue or
Yeah.
something like that. Like they're fighting it tooth and nail.
Yeah. So this is a case of the one side is telling side A and the other side is saying side B.
Both sides full-heartedly believe that they are in the right.
Yeah. So we need to have an investigation done and we're going to find out what was the exact timeline of events and what could have caused this miscommunication, because Scottie Scheffler's camp, they're saying that this miscommunication was on the police. They're saying that it was their fault.
It's just, I just find it so bizarre to think that he could be like, oh, they want me to drive forward, and then hit a cop or whatever he did and think that he wasn't somehow making a mistake. Like, how do you think that you're in the right doing that?
Is the only thing I can think of, is there another cop that was telling him that
one
you
is
can go
telling him
this
to
way?
stop, one of it's telling him to come forward.
I don't know. I honestly, we don't know all the facts of the case.
Right.
So we have to wait till that is officially done. But the only thing I can think of is if there's some sort of other cop that was waving him to go the other way.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I don't understand why would you
I don't
feel
understand the logic of popping the median and
right. Why would you feel like you have the right to go on the median?
and driving the opposite lane of traffic?
Right. And then the cop is on your car.
Yeah,
That's
how
not good.
How did it escalate? You're waiting in traffic to driving over the median and then a cop hanging off your car. There's a big uptick in insanity there.
Yeah. So I don't know. We have to wait till the
If
official.
you had just waited in traffic, you would have made it just fine.
Yes.
That's the crazy thing. That's why I don't understand why he's like, oh my God, I'm so late. But he had time to have an accident, get arrested, get booked, get out of jail, and get there half an hour ahead of time of his delayed start anyway.
Yeah.
Like, if he just stayed.
If he had just stayed there and not moved, he would have made it to the Valhalla Golf Club in enough time with the impending weather delay.
Yeah. Probably even without the delay.
Well, I don't know about the delay. I don't know. Apparently,
I mean,
it was a scene of a crime. There was a man that died on the scene.
Yeah, but waiting in traffic must surely be shorter than going to jail
Yes.
and getting booked.
Yes. But I don't know.
I don't know.
This whole
Such
situation.
a bizarre situation.
And you're just like, I'm a fan of golf. I'm just like, I know this guy. Like, we've been following him for the last couple of months.
Weeks. Yeah, for weeks. Since the beginning of the quote-unquote golf season.
He's been like Mr. Calm. Like, what?
This would be the equivalent of if Tom Brady did something like this in football. Like, just decided, I'm going to commit a felony one day and then go and continue playing football.
Yeah. No, he did it the same day.
The same day.
Like, he woke up Sunday morning, committed a felony, and then played for, the
just
1 o'clock
just
game.
a light felony.
Yeah.
And I got to make the game at 1.
Right.
Yeah. Totally bizarre.
Yeah. So, what a story. I still am just shocked by it.
I've been asking for golf to become more exciting.
Well, you got your answer here now, Mike.
Oh, boy. My heart is racing.
I've never heard of an incident like this before.
It's so bizarre. I love it.
And with Scheffler's team saying they're going to fight it, this is not the end of it because this is a felony charge.
Oh, yeah.
You don't just slide off on a felony.
Yeah, no, this is not just like a simple like pay a fine kind of moment.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
This can linger with him for the rest of the golf season. So what does, just to circle back, I know we're running long on this one, but
that's fine.
PGA vehicle, right?
Yeah.
So
did that get impounded?
Well, what does the PGA do now? Like, do they allow him at other events, or is that not really their
so.
Or is that not their purview? Because all the events are like independent events.
No, I think. Look, he came back for the PGA Championship. I think he's fine.
You think they don't care?
He came back for the PGA Championship.
Well, pending a felony investigation, like, sure, keep on swing away.
I would think if they had an issue with it, they would have stopped.
They would have stopped then and there.
Right.
Oh man, I don't know.
Unless
it's a bad look for PGA. He did it in a PGA vehicle.
Unless there's more evidence that comes. Maybe if this week we see body cam footage or something.
That would be the silver bullet. Is if they could find body cam footage. Like of all the cops there was no body cam footage.
None that got released yet. I don't know.
There has to be either body cam or somebody with a cell phone video. Like somebody had to have. There's got to be a video out there somewhere.
As of right now, there is no visual evidence. No.
Golf fans, come forward. Show us your videos.
Or just people in Louisville, because they probably didn't even know that it was for golf.
No.
This was probably just a normal Friday for
just some crazy dude driving over the median, running through traffic stops.
Yeah. So, but crazy. This all came from the world of golf. We have Grand Theft Auto Golf Edition.
You could golf in Grand Theft Auto.
Well, guess what? Now you can Grand Theft Auto in golf.
Wow.
How's that for blowing your mind?
That mind blown.
Take that. You wanted golf to be exciting. Grand Theft Auto it, bitch.
Let me tell you something. That's definitely making golf more interesting.
Yeah. All right. I know we need to get back to football. You want to get to football news, so let's go to football news. Let's get to more crazy football news.
Speaking of completely unhinged things, we couldn't talk about it last week because it was breaking the day that we were recording.
Yes.
And we didn't have the whole story. But now that we've had a week to sit on it, we can talk about the absolutely unhinged, as the kids say, out-of-pocket speech, commencement address that Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker gave at Benedictine College. What in the world was that?
Yeah.
So for those of you not in the know, he gets up, and I'm not going to repeat some of the things he said, but just imagine a checklist of things you could say to offend almost every single group in America. He ran through that list and check. I mean, he touched on every major social issue in the worst way possible.
Yes.
He called out the president. He took a dig at Pride Month. He called out immigrants. But the clip that's going around a lot is when he calls out women specifically, saying that they've been told diabolical lies, that they're hoping to get promotions and titles and careers, but that their life doesn't really start until they're married and have children and become a wife. And he's saying this to a group of newly college-educated men and women.
The balls on this guy. Just
The football-sized balls. What in the world?
So first off,
How do you even begin to make sense of this?
well, there's one thing you can make sense of it of. So first off, this happened at Benedictine College, which is a
it's a religious institution. It's still a liberal arts college, but religiously slanted.
Right there, I think Harrison Butker got like the impression that he can go full tilt. But still,
Oh, he went full tilt.
he went full tilt and more.
Yes.
He
He went pedal to the metal.
Yes. Poor Kansas City Chiefs PR department. They've been putting out all these fires this offseason
Can
between.
we talk about how they're like the worst dynasty ever? Between Mahomes' brother doing
Yes.
whatever he does, then some
Annoying.
guys got arrested for drugs.
the wide receiver.
One guy got in trouble for, did he hit somebody or what was it?
No, Rice had a driving felony.
Oh, driving felony.
Yeah.
Now this guy comes out.
Now Butker comes
and
along.
he says just some absolutely insane stuff.
Boy, you know what? If the Chiefs are really going into like a heel turn, they're really doing it well. This is
Well, remember they can't get their stadium renovations either. So that's another bit of controversy. They're thinking about trying to even move the team because they can't get the funding to renovate the stadium.
yes.
So they're just in a quagmire of it's just insane, weird, negative press. They just can't escape it. And Harrison Butker did not help matters. Man, I don't know. Do you think Kansas City needs to do something about this?
No, they can't do anything about this.
They can't do anything about this?
No, what are they going to do?
I don't know. Reprimand him or something? Fine him?
No, then you rally these weird people. Oh, you're taking away my freedom of speech. No, you can't do anything about this. The only thing you can do is just poo-poo them and just ignore it. I'm sorry. That's I hate to say it. What are you going to actually do? Suspend them?
I mean, you can't suspend him, but all these players have clauses in their contracts about conduct detrimental to the team. You know, I mean,
In what way does this come back directly onto the team? Not directly.
I guess it doesn't.
And no,
They should have some kind of sit down with him. They should make some kind of statement. Like, I think they have said that his view. The NFL said that his views don't reflect the views
right.
of the
The
NFL.
NFL did. Yeah.
So
Which again just feeds into this mentality. It's the Kansas City Chiefs versus the NFL, which they have in Kansas City.
Really?
Yeah.
They think that it's them versus the NFL?
Yeah.
They know that they've won like 3 of the past 5 Super Bowls, right?
Yeah. It's like the Patriots. The Patriots had that same mentality too at their dynasty.
Ooh, it's us against the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody hates you because you're insane.
Right. That's what happens. Sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it's not the NFL. Sometimes it is you. But they're not, right now they're drunk on championships. So they're not going to accept that.
What a heel turn for this dynasty.
Yes. Absolutely. But yeah, I don't think you can really do anything against this. This is, it's his speech. He gave it a public forum. It's freedom of speech. What there is no way of reprimanding him that gives you the outcome that you want.
That doesn't further rile up people.
Right. So don't even do it. No.
Because then if you take action against him, then it creates even more controversy and brings the focus back again to what he's been saying.
Yeah.
And then you bring all these crazies out of the woodworks.
Do we really want to, are we really going to stir the shit for this guy? Like, no. Don't do it. No.
Kansas, is he even a good kicker?
Yeah, he's a good kicker.
He is a good kicker?
Yeah.
They're a dime a dozen. Just get rid of him. Get a new one.
No, he's legitimately like a top.
He's legitimately good.
He's legitimately, like, I know from fantasy, he's like at least a top 10, possibly top 5.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Why has he got to be crazy? Why can't he be like a normal kicker, like David Akers was, or like...
Why is Kanye crazy? It's like, yeah, the people that you like, oh, nope, they screw it up.
All the good
Why
ones-
is Scottie Scheffler running over a police officer? Like, this is the world we live in. Buckle up, folks. This is the way it is. I don't know what to tell
It's
you.
insane. All the people who are good at things are also absolutely insane.
Yes.
So, I guess you're right. It bugs the crap out of me that you can't do anything about it, but what you say is true. There's really no grounds for the team to take disciplinary action because he wasn't saying it at a team event.
Yeah.
He wasn't bringing the Chiefs directly into it.
Yep.
He wasn't besmirching the name of the NFL or, it would be nice to see the Chiefs issue some kind of statement. I know when players have done controversial things in the past that don't necessarily break their contracts, teams are like, hey, that's not cool. We're going to fix it. We're going to have a sit down. We're going to have him go to counseling or take, compassion courses or whatever it was, whatever they
But
did.
you can't do that with him. Because if you do, you're going to start this whole
I
shitstorm.
think you still have to do something. You can't just ignore it.
Do you really want...
You can't just ignore it.
Do you really want... I'm trying not to get too political, but do you really want like a crowd of MAGA people to storm on the Kansas City's Arrowhead Stadium? Like, no, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. It's.
I think the Chiefs. If the Chiefs want, all right. How about this? If the Chiefs truly want to continue pretending they're not the evil empire, they need to do something. If they're just going to embrace it, they're going to go full Darth Sidious. Then you're right. Don't say anything.
There you go. Just go full Darth Sidious at this rate.
At this point, they're teetering on the edge of being dysfunctional.
Yeah.
One more wrong breath, and they're going full Dallas Cowboys, New England Patriots evil empire route.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. Usually, the teams that have all this off-season drama, it usually comes back and bites them in the ass later on in the season.
This is a lot of drama.
So if you are very anti-Chiefs, very anti-Harrison Butker, give it some time. I have a feeling that this year's Chiefs are going to be worse than what they think they're going to be.
Spoiler alert, they've been dysfunctional for a minute.
I don't think they're going to have a legitimate shot at a third Super Bowl. There are people that are saying they're going to be in there. I don't think so.
I think it's finally catching up for them. But realistically, think about it. They've been dysfunctional for a bit now.
They were last year.
They were. They absolutely were. It was brewing before that even as well.
Yeah.
It's finally catching up to them. Yeah, Harrison Butker sucks.
There you go.
And so do the Kansas City Chiefs because you're right. They're not going to do anything about it. For right or wrong, they're going to take the coward's way because they don't want to stir up more crap. And I think it's indicative of the direction of the franchise. They're going full evil empire.
All right.
It's going to come back to bite them in the butt, like you said, negatively affect their schedule and their record at the end of the year. But speaking of schedules,
yes,
can we get to actual news for once in this sports?
Yeah, everything has just been drama so far.
I'm tired of the high school drama. Let's talk about the schedule release. The NFL announced all the full schedules for all the teams, and of course, being a Philadelphia area podcast, we got to talk about the Eagles' schedule, do a deep dive into the opponents, the layout of it, where we think they're going to end up by the end of the season.
Yep.
So, how do you want to approach this?
Yeah, I mean,
do we just want to go? Do you want to go week to week and kind of analyze it?
Yeah, should we just go week to week here? We got the graphic up on the screen for our video viewers.
And for you audio listeners, we'll, of course, read out everything as well. Week 1, we have Green Bay in Brazil.
Still BS that counts as a home game. That's not fair.
Yeah, it does count as a home game, doesn't it?
Yep.
That's nonsense. I don't like that. But anyway, we're hosting Green Bay in Brazil. I think this could be a tough one.
Oh, yeah. Tough
Green
way to start
Bay,
the season, yep.
Well, tough way between the traveling. Green Bay, I think, is going to be a tough team this year. This one I could see going either way. I think it's winnable, but I could see it going either way. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a close one. We follow that up with another two back-to-back primetime games.
Yep.
To start off the season, we get the Falcons.
Kirk Cousins comes to town just for you,
man.
Mike.
Of course.
Yay!
Well, I don't know. Is it Kirk Cousins or is it Michael Penix?
It's going to be Kirk Cousins.
We don't know.
No,
it could be a surprise.
No, it's Kirk Cousins.
It's going to be Kirk Cousins.
Just for you, Mike.
Put him in the dirt. I want to see Penix.
Mikey, he has, your address. He wants to come see you. He wants to meet you.
But guess what? This is a primetime game.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what that means.
Not going to do well.
That means, Kirk, my old boy, you're going down.
Yep. Doesn't do well in primetime games.
No, he does not. Next up, we have the New Orleans Saints 1:00 game. I don't see them doing anything.
No, that should be a win.
I think that's 2 wins right there, Falcons and Saints.
Yep.
Packers is a toss-up. We got the Buccaneers the following week. Again, I think that's a very winnable game. That should be one that we take
Okay.
easily. Well, you don't agree?
I don't know. I could see them splitting here and going 2-2 to start off the season.
Really?
Yeah.
And they lose to the Bucs, you think?
I just think it's going to be tough with that. Those are also 2 away games back to back.
Yes, that is 2 away games back to back, but both, I mean, relatively close by down south.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a feeling.
Okay,
It could be a
ooh.
little shaky to start off the season.
Not a good feel. All right, so already we're diverging here. I'm going 3-1. You're going 2-2. Then
Yeah, somewhere around there.
somewhere. So, well, there's not many games to choose from.
So then they have this week 5 bye.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the early bye?
That's annoying. That's too early to take a bye.
Yeah.
They should outlaw that.
I mean, obviously, you want your bye in like the 8 to 10 week range. That's like splitting the season in half.
Yeah.
That's the preferable spot. Week 5 is very early.
Yeah. I don't like that.
I will say the only thing I like about an early bye, the only thing, is because we have new coordinators, it gives them a chance to reassess earlier in the season and try to implement changes before we get into the disaster we had last season.
Yeah.
If you wait until too deep in the season, changes just aren't going to work.
Right.
And so I think with the new coordinators, it will give them an opportunity to reflect earlier. Hopefully we won't need that much reflecting,
Yeah.
but that's the only positive I can see. Then coming out of the bye, we have the Browns. That's going to be a tough team. It's going to be a tough matchup there, I think.
Yep.
We got the Giants, followed by the Bengals, both on the road.
Yep. No,
I think we split those.
Yeah. I don't think they. Especially if Joe Burrow's healthy, Bengals are going to be a very good team.
Yeah. I mean, they were always kind of fighting last year to almost do something.
Yeah.
But
that was without Burrow.
That was without Burrow, and they just couldn't get it working. But then we continue with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Again, that's also going to be a tough matchup, I think.
Dougie P.
I think they are on the decline slightly, but they're going to be formidable anyway.
Yep.
Then we get our first Dallas matchup in Week 10. Rich,
Yeah.
did Dallas do enough this offseason to beat the Eagles in Week 10?
Week 10, I always had this weird thing with the Cowboys. I think the away team has the better chance of winning. So I'm going to go with, in the Week 10 matchup, the Eagles win that. But then in the Week 17 matchup, Dallas takes that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's always like there's like, screw the other team.
You do better in your opponent's home.
Yeah, it's like you feed off of the hate better.
You feed off, especially Philadelphia. We love feeding on the hate.
Yeah.
Well, we're continuing the division games after Dallas. We play host to the Washington Commanders.
That's a little rough. 2 division games in 4 days.
Yep, and
That's
especially
rough.
because it's a Thursday night game.
That's rough.
So that's a fast turnaround between a regular Week 10 game and a Thursday night game. We get a lot of these back-to-back primetime games because we go from Thursday night to Sunday night in Week 12 with the LA Rams. I think we actually beat the Rams.
Okay.
They're missing Aaron Donald. I don't know. Something about I just think,
they made the playoffs last year.
yeah, I don't care.
All right. Wow.
Because
you don't like the Rams, do you?
no, it's not that I don't like them. I just think that I just don't necessarily trust them that much right now. I think Aaron Donald was such a big piece of that defense. Missing him is going to have a ripple effect across the entire unit. I also think that the Eagles have way more talent than they showed on the field last year. Last year was a coaching nightmare. We got new coaches, we got new schemes, we got new players. Things should be different. Things should be different.
Okay. All right.
So that's what I'm banking on.
All right. Let's
Well,
move.
you're having a very pessimistic view. It's getting to be a downer.
I don't know. I'm trying to be level-headed here.
You're trying to be glass half empty so that when the season starts, you can chug the last half of it and,
Yes.
and partake in the fun without.
Yes. This is
Okay.
the life of a Philadelphia fan.
I mean, that's true. I save my pessimism for like week 3 or 4. That's when I really lay it on thick.
Yes.
Next up, we got the Baltimore Ravens, though, week 13. That's a loss.
Yeah, that's going to be a loss.
I think we're in agreement there. That's a loss. But don't worry, we'll rebound with the Carolina Panthers. That's a win.
So I will say this: the last 5 games of the season are really favorable to the Eagles. I think they can go 4-1 to close out the season easily.
Really? With 3? I'm skipping over the Steelers because they're a whole other topic. But you think the 3 division games to end the season, we can win 2 of those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
New York is Giants at home. Dallas, that's the one I think probably goes the other way. Washington, I think the Eagles
You've been
can
saying
handle them,
all
but
off season
that wouldn't surprise me.
that Washington was your sleeper.
That wouldn't surprise me if the Eagles choke one to Washington.
I of the 3 division teams, I could see them choking one.
But I
we
think
always choke one to Washington.
right. But Panthers, Steelers, I think those are easy wins.
Panthers
Boom,
and
boom.
Steelers are easy, yeah.
And then, take care of one of those division matchups. And the Giants last week, I think they go 4-1.
4-1. Okay, so you're thinking they start 2-2 but end 4-1?
Yeah, I think they're going to have a slow start, and then I'm hoping the bye week gets them in
They
the focus,
recalibrate early.
and then the coordinators come to focus and we start rolling. But
okay.
I think
All
it's
right.
I think
I can buy it. I can buy
I think it's going to really ramp up December. I think that's when the Eagles hit their stride, which is perfect for playoffs.
Yeah. Well, they do. I think their toughest stretch is going to be week 6 through 11. That's just, other than the Giants, that's just a murder's row. Or really 13. 6 through. That is a big stretch where there's a lot of tough teams there.
Yeah, and the schedule's off with that 2 division games in those 4 days. That's rough.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 division games, 4. I do like the fact that we don't go on the road more than twice in a row, whereas last year we were on the road, I think it was 3 games in a row.
There's a couple
At
teams
one
they have
point.
3 road games in a row. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe there's just more attention on the scheduling than there used to be in the past, but I don't remember that many road games in a row
Yeah,
for teams.
yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Anyway,
But the official over-under is 10.5. From just the sound of it, it sounds like you're going under.
That's like right on the line for me. I would.
I feel like you're going under, though.
I would avoid the bet. That's right on the line. That's probably where I would peg this team is like 10 or 11 wins.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just counting it up. I mean, you
Yeah.
assume. You
Can
assume,
we do math here?
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to do it right now. Let's each come up with our own count. So I'm trying to. Doing math is hard, all right?
Yes, it is.
So I'm saying 3-1 to start. You're saying 2-2 to start. We'll go pessimistic. We'll go 2-2.
Okay.
Okay, then we get the bye. Let's take the next group of 4: Browns, Giants, Bengals, Jags. I say 2-2. I think they win the Giants
Yeah.
and the Jags. I think they lose Browns and Bengals.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
So right now, by our count,
4-4.
we're either 4-4 or 5-3.
Okay.
Next 4: Dallas, Washington, LA, Baltimore.
Yeah.
I want to say I can't go better than 2-2.
Yeah, I'd say it's another 2-2. So
Okay,
you're
so
looking
that's
at 6-6.
6-6
uh,
or
7-5.
7-5 if they start off strong. Next 4: Panthers,
Yeah.
Steelers, Washington, Dallas. That's
I think they go 4-1 to close out the season.
4-1 to close out.
Yeah, I really do. I think the ending is more favorable than the beginning. So yeah, it's like right on that line. It could go either way, 10 or 11 wins.
I need an answer though, Rich. I need an answer.
I for the sake of tempering our expectations, I'll go under.
Ouch. 10
I
and
will
7.
say though, the Cowboys are at the same line. They're at 10.5. I would much rather bet Cowboys under 10.5 than Eagles 10.5.
Oh, the Cowboys.
Cowboys are going to be in.
They're so broken this year.
They are going to be in for a rude awakening this upcoming offseason. They have a number. They have a division-winning schedule, so they have a harder schedule than the Eagles do.
Yep.
They didn't do really much anything this offseason.
They did nothing. They brought Zeke back. That's it.
Yeah.
Who they're paying twice.
Yeah. So I would rather take the Dallas under than the Eagles under.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement with that statement. Dallas, I think, definitely struggles. The same team has not won back-to-back seasons, so they're not going to win.
Yeah, that's true. They have the
Sorry,
NFC East.
in the NFC East,
Yes, the
the
NFC
same
East.
team has not won back-to-back divisions. I think it was since 2000.
3.
Yeah, 2003 when the Eagles did it. So
Yeah.
Dallas automatically out of the running. You mentioned all the things that they didn't do. They did one thing, though. They pissed off all of their major superstars.
Yes, they did.
Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, they're not even talking contracts.
Nope. So
Those
good
guys
luck
aren't
with
those
that.
guys aren't going to show up.
Good luck with that, Dallas. I don't know what the thought process is that, but go ahead.
I say there's an outside chance that we pull 11 wins, though.
Yeah, there's a chance.
I like us because we were there with the crazy amounts of dysfunction last year. We were almost there.
All right. Well, we shall see when the season starts there. But one of the teams on that schedule was the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I just happened to take a glance on their schedule. And, oh, my gosh, I had to text Mike this. Their schedule for the back half of their season might be the worst back half of a season schedule I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So they have a week. So I'm just going to real quick, just read it off. And
Yeah.
here you go. Just quick reaction here. Week 9 bye,
Okay, that's like a perfect buy.
but
But
then
then
a horrible back half of the season at Commanders versus Ravens, at Browns, at Bengals versus Browns, at Eagles that we covered, at Ravens, versus Chiefs on Christmas Day, which is like 3 days to prepare because it's Wednesday, and then versus the Bengals. So that means the Steelers, with their last 8 games of the season, they face all of their division opponents then, plus the Eagles, plus the Chiefs on Christmas Day. What the hell?
and the Commanders.
Oh, and the Commanders. Sorry about that. I forgot about them. But what a brutal way to end the season.
Yeah. Well, one, automatically
They could lose all those games.
they are at best losing 4 division games, 4 of the 6. Like at best.
Yeah. They're not going to win.
I don't think they're beating the Chiefs, the Eagles, or even the Commanders. So like best case scenario, I'm thinking like what is that? 9 games? Like 3-6.
Yeah, that's best case
Like
scenario.
I think that is the absolute best you can do in that stretch. The worst thing for me is the Saturday to Wednesday turnaround.
That's ridiculous.
That one, the Saturday is already a slightly shorter week from
Yep.
the previous game.
Yep.
And then another short week, but then the entire schedule is off because instead of Sunday, you're playing Saturday. Then instead of Thursday, you're playing Wednesday. It's like all sorts of weird for them.
Yep.
But yeah, just absolutely insane. And also, how about, what is that? 4 away games in 5 weeks.
Yeah. I think the NFL wanted to officially give Mike Tomlin his first losing season because
Well, this might do it.
Yeah, I don't see him pulling through in this.
I don't know what the front half of their schedule is like, but 3-6, it's going to be incredibly, unless you basically are winning out the first half.
And that's probably the best case scenario. I think they really could go 1-8. That's atrocious.
I mean, realistically, they could definitely lose more. I'm saying 3-6 is the ceiling.
Yeah.
I think, I think it only gets worse from there.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, to our Steelers fans out there, I don't see a good season coming up for them.
No.
All right. On that note, we really need to take a break. We are way over on sports.
A lot to talk about. All
yeah.
the felonies.
Yeah, all the felonies. Yes.
It was a lot of drama.
Yes, too much drama. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll hit you with the entertainment entree and the non-Fortune Cookie odd news when we return. Don't go anywhere. This is the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
Ready for the weekend? Happy Friday. Hi, my name's Marie, and I'm an artist who's been making Happy Friday doodles every week for over 7 years. And now you can own my art collection in this Volume 1 and Volume 2 art series. These doodles span across multiple themes, yearly festivities, various countries, languages, and more. Both coffee table books have something for everyone and are the perfect conversation starter or gift for a friend. Really, anyone who enjoys a good weekend. Available on Amazon, Ingram, BookBaby, Barnes & Noble, and more. Visit happyfridaydoodles.com/books and get your copies today. Let's celebrate the best day of the week. Happy Friday.
Just a moment, you just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what?
Come on.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? Now, get your hands off there.
We've only got one cup.
Ta-ta and farewell.
Just get him in the car.
One cup, look. They even broke.
Oh, yeah. We're back here on the Crispy Noodle podcast. Yeah, we had a lot of drama in the Sports Sampler.
Too much drama.
Yeah, so we kind of have to do a little bit of a hurry-up formation, if you will, for the rest of the half of the podcast. So without further ado, let's launch right into the entertainment entree.
And now, the latest in movies.
The Simpson guy writes to movies. Dear Die Hard, you rock. Especially when that guy was on the roof.
Music.
I know what that is. That's music.
Video games.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Celebrities.
You really know Warren Beatty? Yes, I do. I took a leak next to him once at the Golden Globes.
And more.
You're the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world.
This is the entertainment entree.
All right, entertainment entree, locked and loaded. Let's kick it off with the segment where Mike is going to let you know what you should keep an eye out for this upcoming week with new movies, TV, and video games with Mike's This Week in Entertainment. All right, Mikey, what do you got for the people?
All right, first up in movies, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, is the spin-off prequel to the 2015 hit Mad Max Fury Road. The film follows a younger Furiosa who is kidnapped from her home and finds herself stuck between two wasteland warlords fighting for dominance as she tries to make her way home. While it doesn't quite reach the same critical heights as the 2015 film, this is shaping up to be a very worthwhile blockbuster experience, earning an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes with an average rating of 8 out of 10. This is also one of the first, biggest, and best reviewing action films of the summer season, so it's the perfect thing to kick off the summer blockbuster movie season. Go check it out in theaters this week. And in video games, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 comes exclusively to Xbox Series X and PC. This is one of those games that the first one was on all the consoles and then Xbox bought it away, so it's an Xbox exclusive for now. But this is the sequel to The Amazing Senua's Sacrifice, which messed with players' minds by mimicking schizophrenia by using 3D audio and visual tricks during gameplay. It was widely praised for its both its portrayal and awareness of mental disorders and its story-centric action gameplay set in a Norse and Celtic-inspired world. The sequel is shaping up to be just as good, with this new game scoring an 81 out of 100 on Metacritic. So if you are an Xbox fan, go check that out. That's Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, coming to Xbox Series X this week. Also in video games, System Shock is being remastered for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, and Xbox One. This is the game that basically kick-started the narrative first-person shooter genre that later culminated with games like BioShock. System Shock is a sci-fi first-person shooter set in a space station where players have to combat a rogue AI named Shodan. While System Shock didn't have the success of its sequel or the games that the series inspired, it's still a landmark game in video game history, so definitely go check it out. That's System Shock, coming to all major consoles this week, and that's what we're looking forward to this week in entertainment.
All right, Mikey, thank you for that segment, This Week in Entertainment. All right, we got an update from last week's streaming bundle news story.
Yeah, already we have details on the new Comcast streaming bundle. They said they were going to announce details this summer, and it came very quickly. They announced the pricing and the contents of the streaming bundle. So you can get Netflix, Apple TV Plus, and Peacock Premium for just $15 a month. That's amazing, right? However, there's a catch.
Yeah.
Both Netflix and Peacock Premium are the ad-supported versions.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were going to have a clip.
I
Never
thought
mind.
I did.
All right.
There it is.
I was like, end, pause for sound effects.
Full Metal Jacket didn't load up as fast as I wanted to. He was looking over the terms of agreement.
He's the only person that actually read all the terms, and he realized that, and so he got quite angry. But, Rich, fair or foul? What do you think here? $15 a month, very cheap compared to the normal price, reportedly saving $10 a month compared to signing up separately, so that's $120 a year in savings. However, again, ads on both Netflix and Peacock Premium. Apple TV Plus does not have an ad-supported tier yet, so you still get full 4K with Apple TV Plus and no ads, but Netflix has ads and no 4K. So, yeah, It's the basic Netflix, which is just regular HD and ad-supported.
Is that also like only 2 screens or something?
I think it is only two screens.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's a good introduction or introductory price to get into those 3.
For people that already have... At which point would this be worth it? So you already have Netflix.
Yes.
But I don't think you have Peacock or Apple TV Plus.
I actually do have Peacock.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You pay for Peacock?
Yeah, we actually
do.
do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you get The Office. Damn you.
I did it for the WWE.
Oh, my goodness.
I did it for the Royal Rumble.
That makes sense for you. That makes sense. Okay. So, all right, better example. So I have 2 of those services. You have 2 of those services. Should either of us go with Comcast's new bundle?
I don't think so.
Like, I know
see, this is going to be the problem.
There would be a huge cost savings, but what are you giving up?
Also, how do you synergize
your
accounts together into
do you
this?
Cancel your Netflix subscription and then go to Comcast, or do you go through Comcast and they just wrap everything up and automatically downgrade you?
Here's something else too.
How does that work?
Here's something else too. What happens if you get Netflix through a deal you got through a cell phone provider?
Oh, I don't know.
Because
that's pretty common.
Yeah.
You see that a lot.
Or Apple TV too. They go through them too.
They do, yeah. You see that a lot. I know AT&T was doing Max for a while.
Yeah. So how does that factor into it? To me, this is kind of too late in the game.
It's a little messy, right?
Yeah, unless you're targeting. I really think this is targeting kids coming out of high school. They're finally moving on their own. They're going to college for the first time.
You got to get your own accounts, little Billy.
Right,
finally, yeah.
Right. I think
$15 a month, totally doable for a college student.
I think this is what the intended aim is at. These new adults coming into their own.
So this is not for existing streaming customers already entrenched in their accounts.
I don't think so.
Like, I'm not uprooting any of my stuff.
No.
To one, I mean, yes, save money, but then be saddled with ads and no 4K. You know?
Yeah.
That was really disappointing to me. Like, I almost would have appreciated it being more expensive than $15 a month and having the full featured versions.
I think that's weird that they're all over the place. Netflix isn't 4K. Apple TV is 4K. Peacock is
so
4K.
From what I understand, Netflix is 1080p with ads. Peacock is 4K with ads. And then Apple TV is 4K no ads. So it's like wildly different experiences.
Yeah, like it should be one
flat baseline. Yeah. I think they were trying to do that with Peacock and Netflix both having the ad package, and then Apple just is different from the rest. But the fact that Netflix doesn't even offer 4K on the basic, that's a killer right there.
Again, it's for students.
Introductory.
It's for students with a dorm room that don't have a big TV.
Yeah, it's a very
you're gonna watch it on your laptop.
It's a very messy situation, a very confusing situation. I don't think yet that you're going to convince many existing streaming customers to switch from this. I could be wrong, but I don't foresee many people who are already used to what they have completely unbundling all that to rebundle it.
No.
Like that just seems weird to me.
Yeah.
What complicates it further is that Comcast also has Now TV, which is a linear cable streaming service. So it's basically just internet TV, that has your normal channels like AMC and History, kind of like a YouTube TV, but Comcast's version. You can also put that into the package as well for $30 total a month. And this is the part where I really start to lose the plot, because you have Comcast, which provides cable. Then you have Comcast providing Now TV, which is internet cable.
Yes.
Then you have Peacock Premium, which is also from Comcast, NBC Universal, but it's neither cable nor internet cable. It's just streaming shows.
With WWE.
With WWE.
As of right now.
And then they want you to like triple dip, because you got to pay Comcast for the internet, pay them for the bundle, and pay them for Now TV. Like,
bend over.
Like, I mean, basically, like, it's absurd, right?
Buy that for $1.
It's absurd, right?
Yeah.
Like, does nobody else see how weird that is?
Yeah. But
they're gonna try to get away with it, I guess, and they will, unfortunately, get away with it.
I really think this is aimed at kids that don't know any better coming out of high school.
Yeah, I will admit, when I saw the cost, I was like, "Wow, $15 a month. That's fantastic." What's the catch?
Yep, there's the catch.
And there's the catch. But if you don't have these services, like if you're out there right now, you only have one service, maybe you go for it.
Right. That's why I'm saying it's for people that are moving out of their house, going to college, or maybe maybe you got lucky and you got a house and you're moving into your first house or your first apartment. That's what this is for.
I just worry about it being through Comcast as well. Because it's $15 now, but do you see how quickly streaming services increase their prices?
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be $30 by 2026.
2025.
2025, maybe. They increase prices really fast.
Yep.
But anyway, so that's the new Comcast bundle. There hasn't been any news on the Disney, Max, and Hulu bundle, but there is a third bundle entering the fray for just sports streaming. This bundle is coming this fall. It combines ESPN, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery to include games from all four major sports: the NFL, MLB, NHL, and NBA. It also includes access to all of the broadcast networks like TNT, TBS that carry those sporting events as well. No name, pricing, or timelines are known, But at some point before the fall, we'll learn more. Man, something just feels wrong about how these streaming services are just like slapping a new label on it and just reselling it to us what we already had. I don't know. It just ticks me off.
Well, no, I think the key is they're slapping you with the same thing, new price, but it's a lower quality experience.
Yeah. And everything is like weirdly fragmented and rebundled. They're making it far too confusing and far too inconvenient. Where streaming was supposed to be the cable killer, now it's just become the new cable.
Yeah. This is why we can't have nice things.
No, it's why you can't have nice things. So there you go. There's the update on the latest in streaming bundles.
This cannot be made good. It's shameful. It's a shameful, shameful day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's make it even worse. What's happening with the Apple TV now?
Oh, you want to talk about Apple TV? Yeah. So
real quick.
Real quick, let's talk about this. Apple TV wants to change the game when it comes to compensation for streaming. So, as we all remember from the prolonged strike, there was a big issue with how actors and writers and directors were paid streaming residuals. After they settled all those contracts, Apple's like, surprise, guys, we want to change this again. Their proposal is they want to tie compensation to how movies and shows perform on the platform. So this would involve bonuses for a variety of bonuses of various sizes based on a points system. And factors for these points could include the number of people who sign up for Apple TV Plus to watch, how much time they spend viewing, and the cost of the program relative to the size of its audience. So, Rich, obviously...
So get ready for all these TV shows that only have one background location, and that's it.
Well, I'm glad you kind of read between the lines here, because I wanted to ask, like, on the surface in a meritocracy, this sounds great. You get paid based on how well you perform. But is that what's going to happen in reality?
No. First off, there's going to be a way for them to take advantage of the system because they're creating the system.
Well, firstly, how do they determine how many people sign up to watch your show specifically?
Yeah, does that mean like when people sign up for Apple
when you
TV?
Subscribe, what show did you sign up to watch?
Yeah, right? Is it going to ask you like what show are you looking for?
Or do they like look at new subscribers and what's the first show they watched? Boom, that's the show they signed up for? I feel like that's weird.
Yeah.
I feel like that can be fudged.
That's subjective.
The big issue that I have is, remember when we talked about the past couple of years, the golden age of television, right?
Yeah.
How all the shows were getting bigger, more elaborate, bigger stars were taking part in them, big name directors and producers, because streaming offered them kind of like a Wild West to experiment with. But now, because streaming is so weird with their numbers and sharing their numbers, I can foresee a situation with this new compensation model where you find people, just like with cable television, just like with movies, trying to game the system to focus specifically on creating something that is hyper marketable and not focusing on the art of it. Like, we're creating a precedent where in order to get the most compensation, you're making something that is very, very dull or vapid. Something that just, like, everybody's going to consume quickly. We already see it trending in that direction.
Like reality TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
And furthermore...
slap some cameras around someone and they go crazy. Woo! And there you go. There's a show.
And furthermore, we're reducing the likelihood that creators take risks with these shows. It's just going to, again, another example of how it's just turning back into cable. Nobody takes risks on network television because it has to be marketable to the lowest common denominator. That sounds harsh, but it's true.
Yep.
You have to market to, the people in the middle of Kansas. You have to.
Yep.
The Kansas City Chiefs fans.
Yep. Like
you got to market
Butker
to Harrison Butker to bring it back around.
Yep.
You can't do anything that's going to offend him, which is literally everything.
Yes.
So you end up with super safe, boring content.
Yep.
And I don't know, it's just I foresee this compensation model. Now, obviously, you can't just give people like tens of millions of dollars without them actually doing anything beneficial. But I think that tying it to performance on something that is as nebulous as streaming is a really dangerous precedent.
I agree. And on that note, we got to leave entertainment and we got to go right to the non-fortune cookie odd news.
We've been talking about cool and its ramifications and how it applies to the hip scene. But maybe you could give us some examples now of the opposite of cool, uncool. Just exactly what is uncool?
My nipples look like milk duds.
Holy shnikes.
It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
It's not of this world. I don't know exactly what it is or what it's doing, but this is not human intelligence, okay? It's not human intelligence we're facing.
How you doing? Me? I'm doing great.
I don't make this stuff up.
I'll take a pound of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts. That'll be $4, baby. You want fries with that?
I seen the celery dance across the baseball fields.
You had me at Meat Tornado.
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
Okay. What does that mean?
And now it's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
So sit back, get everything you need to get from the kitchen. Be sure and empty the bladders, go to the bathroom, because you're in for a hell of a ride.
Woo, odd news.
That's right, everyone. It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news. Here in this segment, Rich researches the odd news. He reads the odd news, and I react to the odd news. He finds a weird and wacky story and keeps it hidden from me, which ensures that all of my reactions are my genuine gut reactions to hearing this story for the very first time. I don't know what's about to happen. You guys don't know what's about to happen. And even Rich doesn't know what's about to happen because these stories always take us down wacky and wild paths. And I'm ready to get started. Where are we heading to?
Now, who is this guy in Florida?
It's Florida, and they're crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Good old Florida.
Gotta enjoy a Florida news when you can.
Absolutely.
We're running a little bit late, so I'm going to make this pretty quick and effortless. Actually appropriate, because the story is kind of very simple.
Okay.
This is the case of 31-year-old David Jackson.
Okay. Pretty normal so far.
Yep, pretty normal here. He was wanted by cops on a felony assault and weapons charge.
Not good.
So, yeah, he's high up on the hit list, unfortunately, when you got that charge on you.
Definitely.
But on Friday night, they were able to find his residence, and they decided to start a search of the premises. They broke down the door. When they did not get an answer from him, cops went into his residence and searched for him. They were not able to find him at first until a cop decided to look in the laundry room where he found David Jackson hiding in a front-loading dryer. That is impressive.
That is impressive.
And if you don't believe me, we have a still from the body cam footage for the video feed. There you go. His hands are there. He's surrendering himself.
Wow.
He actually fit himself into the washing machine. That is ridiculous.
Why does that look so small?
Yeah,
does
that
it
is
look
small.
extra small to you?
That is small. A washing machine, a front-loading washer machine is not that huge.
No, they're not. But that seems like extra small to me all of a sudden. Yo, I don't think I could fit any part of my body inside of one of those.
No, absolutely not. That is ridiculous.
That is insane. They should have just let him go. Like
That's impressive.
That's impressive.
Which is more impressive, that or the woman that hid in the couch?
I was just going to say this sounds very
I think we
familiar.
have a competition brewing.
Yeah, who can hide in the weirdest thing?
Yeah, the most creative hiding places of 2024.
So I think the couch is more creative because I'm still not entirely sure how she got her body into the couch, but hiding in this is more impressive because that takes some serious contortionist type skills.
Yeah. Like that almost doesn't even look like a body in there. That looks like random body parts.
It's just like, yeah, it's just like limbs in a thing. Like, if I even attempted that, I would pull and break and tear every ligament and bone and tendon in my body.
Yeah.
Like, immediately.
Oh,
I would just be a rag doll.
Oh, yeah.
Like, flopping around like Gumby, you know?
Yeah. And yeah, for the audio listeners only, his full body is inside the washer. Like, this is not
like,
one of those stupid porno scenes where like someone's stuck in a washing machine.
Oh no, I'm stuck.
Oh
yeah.
no, I got stuck. Can you help me out? Like, no, this isn't that. His full body is inside. This is somebody actually stuck in the washing machine.
He is wrapped up and bundled up inside the drum. Like, he is fully inside of it.
You could actually close the door.
Honestly, instead of arresting him, they should have closed the door and started the dry cycle. After that, he's like, you know what? He'll confess to everything. Did I just advocate torture on the podcast?
Yes, you did.
Uh-oh.
That's not
Oh,
good.
no.
There was a bit of a nastiness last night, yes? Some very extreme nastiness, yes? Yes.
This is what happens when we go late. I start advocating war crimes on the podcast.
Oh, Mike.
Ah.
Not again.
Not again. Not again. I said I'd never advocate war crimes again. Damn it.
After that Balkan resolution of 2008, I thought that was going to be it for you.
I thought that was the end of it, but here I go again.
Call the UN.
Oh, man. So how long did it take them to get him out of there? Did they, like, you have to unwind his, like, he's, like, all twisted up, right?
Yeah, and like, I'm going to go back to that photo. It kind of looks like they were trying to arrest, or is that actual clothes? I can't.
I have no idea what I'm looking at, to be honest.
I think that's a zip tie on his hand. I think they're actually trying to arrest him
inside
as they're pulling him out of the washing machine, which sounds incredibly difficult to me.
That sounds really difficult. I would have not advocating war crimes or torture again. But what I would do is
disclaimer.
I would close.
Just saying.
I feel like now I have to say that for the rest of the segment. So I feel like I would close the dryer drawer and just take the whole dryer.
What, arrest the whole dryer?
Yeah, well, yeah, he's become one with the dryer now. You're not getting him out of there. He's in there forever. That's his life now.
That's his life now.
Yeah.
It's still impressive he got in there.
That is very impressive.
Yeah.
There was no better place. I mean, I guess you're like...
That's creative.
Well, you know what was going through his head is like, I can't hide in the closet. They'll check the closet. I can't hide under the bed. They'll check under the bed. It's pretty creative that he hid in the dryer now that I'm thinking about it. Also, it's impressive that the cops found him. Like, what made them check the dryer of all places?
There's like a little sneeze.
Yeah, right?
Did the dryer just sneeze?
That is probably what happened.
Is that a new sound effect that the dryer does?
Yeah. They do play those weird jingles, some of those machines.
Yeah. I know the Samsung ones do. I have a Samsung washer. Yeah, it plays a little jingle when it's
do like
done.
a whole little song and dance. Yeah.
It's going to do a little concert for you. That's
what I
hey, look, honey, this one comes with a performer. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime.
When the clothes are done, he just opens the door and comes dancing out.
Give me your laundry today. I'll have it clean for you tomorrow. Give me your underwear. Give me your socks. Give me your shorts today.
Hello, my tops. Hello, my bottoms. Set it to ultra dry. I don't know.
We'll have it washed. Everything will be clean.
This is really a whole song and dance. That's impressive. Where do they come out? Are they in there just waiting?
Yes.
Just perpetually?
Just waiting.
That's terrifying, actually. That's awful. I like that, though.
Yeah. There you
that
go.
the washer and dryer come with like a little performer.
Yeah. Have some fun.
Now who's advocating the war crimes? You're advocating for keeping like a small child locked in a dryer for your entertainment.
Every time you do a load of laundry.
Every time you do a load of laundry. You're like, ooh, I have like 3 loads to do today. I'm gonna get lots of songs.
Yeah, I got a full concert in my own basement.
enough to make an EP. Oh my God! Here we go, just advocating war crimes left and right.
Yeah. Cops were able to arrest him, and he's being held in the county lockup in lieu of a $120,000 bond. So he's not going to...
$120,000?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a felony assault and weapons charge.
That's a lot.
Yeah, they don't play around in Florida, I guess.
Holy crap.
Not with a felony.
Wow.
So,
that's
Scottie Scheffler better watch out.
Man, that sucks.
But a creative hiding spot.
Very creative. They should have left him in the dryer.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know. Can I fit one more in?
Can you?
Do you think I can fit?
Throw caution to the wind.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
We're having fun here.
Yeah, why not? One more odd news story. Another Florida story.
Now, who is this guy in Florida?
It's Florida, and they're crazy.
And this is also another impressive feat.
Okay.
This is the case of Joseph Delancey, 73 years old.
Wow, getting up there.
Wow. Cops say that even though they arrested him at the local Wawa convenience store in Fort Pierce, Florida.
Wawa.
Yeah, Wawa, yep. Even though they were able to arrest him and put handcuffs on him, the cops said that hidden in his right hand was half of a cheeseburger, and the cops say that he was able to, quote, attack the cop with the cheeseburger, according to an official police report.
You makes me very, very mad. You eat the cheeseburger and smoke the crack?
I'm just so confused.
This might be a reason why Scottie Scheffler gets off, because sometimes you can't trust cops' reports.
You know, we talked about this, and his lawyer is going to be like, Your Honor, look at this story here. You know? I'm just so confused because they handcuffed him.
Yes.
So they were working with his hands.
Yes.
And they didn't notice that he was like clenching something in his fist the whole time?
I guess not. Or did he have it up his sleeve?
They say hidden in his hand. What do you mean? What are you, 5? You don't realize that when he closes his hand, it disappears? Like
it's a magician trick.
Like they just I don't know. I feel like if I were handcuffing somebody, I saw their like hand closed around something, I would notice it.
I just want to know, with his hands handcuffed behind his back, how do you
attack?
throw?
Yeah.
How do you throw? Your hands are over here.
No, you can't get enough torque to...
What throwing motion can you do that would even instigate, quote, an assault on a cop?
Yeah, no. I feel like this assault is like a splatter of ketchup on his shoe.
You makes me very, very mad. You eat the cheeseburger and smoke the crack?
Yeah, no, I'm 100% siding with the handcuffed dude, because there's no way that they didn't notice that he was holding something, that they didn't notice, you know, that he had something, that there's no way that he could have thrown it in any meaningful way. I'm not buying it. Unless they handcuffed him in front. I don't know why they would do that. But that's the only thing I can think of.
I just want to read the official police report here.
Okay.
Quote, the trespass was still active when we placed him in handcuffs. During the detainment of Joseph, he was secretly holding half of a cheeseburger.
No, he wasn't. No, I don't believe them. They can't. How did they not notice that?
After the handcuffs were placed onto him, Joseph forcibly threw the burger onto my right leg. The burger residue stayed on my pants. It's actually in there.
The residue.
Oh, no.
Stayed on his pants.
I've been hit.
You betrayed the law. You betrayed the law.
Oh, my God.
The law. I am the law.
This is the worst. This is the worst thing ever out of Wawa.
The residue stayed on.
The evidence has been falsified.
Yes, it has been.
I am the law.
Oh my God. You're having like a soundboard aneurysm over there. The residue stayed
on my pants.
That's way too intense for saying that you spilled ketchup. What this is that he accidentally spilled his own burger on his pants. And to make him seem less embarrassed, he accused this guy of throwing it at him. That's absolutely wild. The residue stayed on my pants.
Yes, that's in
And
the. This is all in the police report. What I just read.
And that's assault.
Joseph Delancey was charged with trespassing, which was the misdemeanor charge originally, but now he got added battery on a law enforcement officer.
Oh, come on. Ain't no battery there. He dropped a half-eaten burger and some ketchup splattered.
No, he was attacked, Mike!
He was attacked viciously.
You betray the law!
The residue stayed on his pants.
I am the law!
That's what that cop is thinking. He's on a little bit of a power trip right here with the residue on his pants.
So, you know what? Maybe Scottie Scheffler can get off. if these are the reports the cops are issuing.
Yeah, right?
Maybe Scottie can get off.
He might be able to.
But another
That's wild.
Another
I just don't
eyewitness
see
report there.
I just don't see how he can hide something in his hand.
Yeah.
While getting handcuffed.
If he's getting handcuffed behind the back, I don't know how you throw. That doesn't make any sense.
Nothing about this story makes sense. I think the cop dropped his own burger on his own pants, and then to save face, he blamed
a 73-year-old man that was trespassing.
Yes, absolutely.
Sounds good.
That sounds about right.
Well, unfortunately, this is all legitimate. As of right now, the battery on a law enforcement officer remains a felony.
Damn.
Yeah. He's locked in lieu of a $10,000 bond at the moment.
Why are there so many felonies in this episode?
Yeah.
Everybody's getting arrested and...
Everybody's getting arrested.
Is that the theme song?
I don't know. At this rate, yeah.
Yeah, we had at least 3 felonies. I don't know. I feel like there should have been another one in there somewhere, but at minimum 3 felonies.
Yeah. So, yeah. Maybe we need to end this show because we don't want to commit another felony. This isn't good.
I already advocated for war crimes, so I don't know what's next after that.
3 felonies and a war crime.
It sounds like a really bad TV sitcom. 3
Yes.
felonies and a war crime.
Yes. Or an album name.
Better album name than a sitcom name.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. Yeah. Before we get into any more legal trouble, we need to end the show. I think that's a good policy.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you guys for supporting us. I just realized I don't want to be supporting felonies. Supporting our show when we're not committing felonies.
There you go.
We just report the felonies.
Right. We're just, and talk about the war crimes.
Right. So
but we're not actually doing them.
Right. We're in the clear, right?
If you do them, that's on you. You didn't
Right.
hear it from us.
Right. Exactly. Thank you. There you go. That's the
Yeah,
legal
that's
disclaimer.
the disclaimer.
Good. Excellent. All right. So now we got that out of the way. If you want to support us, make sure you go to thecrispynoodle.com. Make sure you follow us on all the social media, Hubbabaloo. But most importantly, make sure you have a way to get the podcast sent to you every week. 2 main ways to do that. First one is up on YouTube. Go to our YouTube page, hit the subscribe button, and you'll get the video podcast sent to your account right there. Second main way to do it is on Spotify. We published a video podcast up on Spotify, so you can get it right away. But also, you can put Spotify in the background and listen to us as an audio-only podcast. And using Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, you can take us on the go, so you can listen to the Crispy Noodle podcast as you try and do lawful things that are legally good by the community.
Yes.
Yes.
We did it. So, lots of ways to do lawful things with the Crispy Noodle podcast. If you want to send us your less lawful stories, you can find us individually on X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm at Mikey Costanzo, MikeyCostanzo.
And I am at Rich Liebig, RichLiebig. Find us on X. Let us know what's happening. Any odd news stories come to me, not to Mike, so he doesn't see them. But for now, we got to wrap it up. This has been the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. That'll do it. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Later. Bye-bye, all you fine peoples. Good night.
Some of us have great stories, pretty stories that take place at lakes with boats and friends and noodle salad. A lot of people, that's their story. Good times, noodle salad.